All right. Should I just start? Am I streaming? Sorry.
Yeah, let's do maybe a quick presentation. So I think we're live. Hey everyone, my name is Elwan. I'm the head of developer relation at Coreum, and today I'm joined by the Cookbook team to do a very interesting workshop about and the how can you deploy CosmWasm contract on Coreum with the help of the AI agent that has been built by Cookbook. So yeah, let's do it. Maybe do you want to start presenting yourself, guys?
Yeah, of course. Hey, everybody. I'm Connor from Cookbook. Cookbook is a developer tool that helps you kind of consume different blockchains documentation. This particular tool from Cookbook that we're going to use today is called Cookbook Onboard. It's our embedded documentation suite. So we can just dive in and take a look. Right here we have right here we have the suite itself. This is the playground section of the suite. We have some preloaded contracts for Coreum in here. And then we have our AI assistant with some preloaded questions. We also have just the AI assistant. You can toggle from detailed mode to fast mode. So if you want like a shorter answer versus like a more detailed answer, you can do that as well. One of my favorite little sleeper features before I get into all of that is the kind of highlight feature, which not many people use, but I love it. So you can like highlight any part of the documentation and then go to explain, and our co-pilot will just pick it up. So as you're reading the documentation, you can just like highlight parts of it and just, hit the ground running. If any part confuses you, then Chef will just pick it up and start explaining it to you, as well as generate follow-up questions for you, so you can start really digging into like what you're understanding and what you're not understanding, which I really, really like. It's a good flow.
Very cool.
And then as far as the playground's concerned, I know there's a lot of different contracts here. We can just go check out Simple State. And then we have a compile tool. This will compile the Coreum contract.
And Connor, I know you're not that familiar with CosmWasm, so why don't you ask Chef to present you what are the different components of that contract? So
Yeah,
you can tell us if it's accurate and if it enable you to learn faster.
yeah, definitely. So please explain this contract. Yep. Contract to me. Okay.
Very cool. So you just pasted the contract into the Cookbook AI, and then you got the response right here.
Exactly. And it's just explaining to me that this contract is a simple counter written in Rust using the CosmWasm framework. It allows you to instantiate, increment, query, and migrate the counter value. Here's a breakdown of the contracts. So pretty straightforward. Those are the imports. Makes sense to me. These are the necessary imports from the CosmWasm standard library and the CW2 library for setting the contract version. We have some constants here. Looks like they're reference strings.
Yeah, those are hard-coded constant, as you said, and it's pretty well explained. So you have the version of the contract and the name of the contract.
Okay.
So pretty classic, but it's pretty amazing. So you have everything at the same place, pretty much. You have the uh, IDE, so the place where you have to write the code. Then you have your developer body, as you said, that is just on the right, where you can ask any type of question about the code that you're writing. You can also edit the code, right? In the IDE.
Yep, you can edit the code. You can edit the code, update it, make changes, try and recompile it.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And what is the thinking behind this? So why do we want to have everything at the same place, and why do we want to have an AI assistant? What was the genesis between to launch that product at Cookbook?
I think, it was just kind of apparent to us that, I mean, for me personally, like I love developing in Solidity. I do write Rust, but I've never really written in the Coreum ecosystem. And I think, one of the big hurdles, no matter what stack you're learning, is like, consuming the docs. And like a lot of people, some people are docs people, and some people like avoid docs, as much as possible. They'd rather use Stack Overflow or ChatGPT or something like that. But, we kind of realized that like people want to understand like these networks and these protocols, but the problem is like you kind of get lost in the mix when you're going from a documentation site to a playground to maybe a couple other resources that help you figure this out, and to centralize like all of those components and really make any network or protocol, any company's docs like interactive. Is super important, I think, and definitely like I think it's how people are going to consume docs like in the future more and more. So that was kind of the idea as far as like for the user is concerned, and
Right.
it seems to be helpful. I mean, I talk to people all the time that really enjoy it. So
yeah, definitely helpful, and also because you have everything at the same place, there is some developers they join the chain and they want to be able to bootstrap something really quick, and with that tool they don't even need to set up their local environment, right? They can just
exactly.
right away. So it
Exactly.
really fast track the developer experience.
Absolutely, which is great for the developer. It's great for the network. I mean, it's good all around. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of the thesis behind it.
Nice.
And it was fun to build for sure.
Yeah, so you built it, right?
Yeah, I mean, both Anton, Tyler, all three of us, Anton, Tyler, and I, all built this together for sure.
The chests.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, can you ask the AI? Let's ask him. How can I deploy that contract, for example?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So it seems that it's giving you all of the different steps that you will need to go through to deploy the contract locally. And because actually Cookbook have embedded into the IDE this compile and deploy features, you can do it straight up on the playground directly. But this is how you will do it in a more, let's say, classic manner um, on your local environment. So you will have to install Cordy, which is the CLI to interact with the Coreum blockchain, and then you will have to complete those different steps.
Yeah, I mean, I think just this checklist right here kind of gives you the idea of how much faster it is to just use the playground to get something out onto testnet. I mean, look at all these steps, and here all we have to do is compile and just deploy. And I have to connect my wallet and fund my wallet. If I don't, I already have some test tokens for Coreum, and then just deploy. We even have the WASM binary file like already loaded in, so you don't have to even grab that anywhere. It's all right there, ready to be deployed. So
yeah, it's pretty amazing. You have to have done it once to know how not hard it is, but it takes some time, right? And how convenient the tool is to really
yeah,
appreciate it.
it's super convenient. Yeah. And we also like kept the option of you being able to download the WASM binary as well. So like if you want to bring it into, like if you're just using this as a way to kind of mess around with some code or look at some examples, and you want to compile it and then grab the WASM binary and bring it to your local for some reason, maybe to, I don't know, do something with like a full stack app or something, that of course is an option as well. So
Yeah. Or share it to one of your teammate.
exactly. Yeah.
That is feasible. Pretty cool. So and I think and I noticed that when you have the playground open with that contract that is loaded, the AI have the context of what is in the code.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And it also comes with like a lot of pre-context. It's pretty much provisioned with everything in the docs, pretty much anything out there that's Coreum related, and approved by you guys is backed in its knowledge. So I mean, it's definitely knows its stuff. I mean, Halwan, we definitely did some tweaking over the months and really made sure that you guys were happy with the answers and stuff. So yeah, I think we're both happy with the outcome for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It looks it's super solid in term of the answers. Even me myself, sometimes I'm asking some question. I'm like, because there's a lot of things in the docs, right? So sometimes it's faster to just ask the AI. And actually, what is the name of the AI? It's Chef, right?
Yeah, ChefGPT.
Chef
Yeah.
Okay, let's call it like this from now. Let's give him a name. But yeah, okay. So, do you want to deploy the contract?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to connect to my Kepler wallet.
Nice.
Yep, approve. Okay, so it looks like we're all connected. I have tokens already, but this would bring you to the faucet to get tokens if you needed to provision your wallet with some test tokens. And then, yeah, you just go ahead and deploy. Okay, looks like we're getting a little message that we're going to approve.
Yeah, that is a message. So it's message store code. So it's going to store the code to the blockchain. Perfect.
And contract deployed successfully. We can just go to the Explorer.
Nice.
And there it is. There's our transaction. There are the details. There's the stored code in a WASM binary. There's the transaction hash, it looks like. The gas used versus the gas wanted. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then
Nice.
something important also, you have the code ID, maybe a little bit lower, I think, in the logs. So pretty
Oh, in
much
the
telling,
log. Okay, cool.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
telling,
there's the code ID,
yeah,
1980.
yeah. And this is how you actually, when you want to instantiate the contract, tell the chain, okay, I want to instantiate that specific contract that I just upload to the chain.
Oh, cool. Nice. So is it like more of a readable value of the checksum?
No, it's just actually it's pretty simple. It's the number of contract that have been deployed to the chain, and every time you store new,
Oh,
sorry,
cool.
to the chain, yeah,
So
and
it's
every
literally
time,
a counter.
yeah, exactly, just a counter. So the next
Oh,
one will be 1991, pretty
very
much.
cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Very.
So we have the pretty much the whole workflow here to present today. We have the documentation. So let's say you're a developer, you are looking to the documentation, you can do that with your Cookbook buddy to learn more, to learn faster. Then when you feel that is the time, you just click the playground toggle and you're able to start hacking either with one of the template contracts, or you can actually edit that template. And when you're satisfied with the result, you can just deploy the code to the blockchain. And all of that within the documentation website. So pretty powerful.
Super powerful. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely very cool. And it's fun doing this with you because it's like having two buddies. It's like having Chef and Halwan. So I'm enjoying it. It's very
nice.
cool.
So let's do, actually, I'm gonna take the code ID that you the code ID of the code base that you just stored.
Mm-hmm.
And let's try to instantiate that code ID and query and execute that contract.
Okay.
Like this, we will go 360 from a developer journey standpoint, let's say.
Nice. Do you want me to hand over the screen to you?
Yes, that would be cool.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. So yeah, we spend a lot of time fine-tuning. I mean, Connor and his team spend a lot of time to fine-tuning the Cookbook plugin and the AI behind it. And I think right now we're at a point where everything that is produced by the AI by Chef is really accurate and really helpful.
I love hearing that. And yeah, I think, you know, after testing it with you guys, it was very after testing it with you guys, it was very exciting to just see it like grow and like almost watch Chef get smarter based on all of your feedback. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then actually doing this right now and like going through the answers with you live is like really entertaining, honestly, because it's like it's very gratifying. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. And I hopefully in the audience is also learning something. So, but I'm pretty sure that if you're learning something, everyone is learning right now. So
yeah,
pretty cool to hear. Okay, so I'm back on the documentation website. What Connor did is, for those who just joined, maybe it just opened the Cookbook plugin. So by going to Ask Coreum AI, then it did select one of the template, and it did select the simple state. And that contract is a really simple contract. What it does is keeping track of a counter. So it starts. You have to instantiate the contract with actually, you know, that is the execute entry point. Yeah, you have to instantiate the contract with an initial count, let's say 0 or 1, and after that you can increment that counter by signing a message or just query what is the actual count of the contract. So what is the state of the contract? So yeah, so Connor did store the contract on chain. We have the code ID, which is 1980. And I'm going to head off to that little tool that I made. And this tool is going to help us to instantiate the contract, query the smart contract, and execute the smart contract. So yeah, let's start with step 1. So we're going to connect our wallet, approve. And the code ID was 1981, a label for newly deployed contract, let's say the workshop contract. And to instantiate the contract, actually, what I'm going to do is go to Cookbook and open the simple state and ask the AI what should be the instantiate message for that contract. So, hey, let's say, hey, Jeff, what should be the JSON message to instantiate that contract. All right. It would be funny that he said, "What? Hey, I want." All right. So perfect. So he did notice that this is the entry point. That is the entry. The instantiate message. So if we look here, we have actually the same thing, and he's tell me, okay, therefore the JSON message to instantiate the contract should look like this. So count 0. So let's go back to this tool right here. And actually, let's say we're going to start at 10. So instantiate, we are going to assign the message. And if we actually look at the message, pretty simple. Count 10. Let's approve. Let's wait, which will have a transaction hash here. Hopefully.
I think I could be wrong, but I think the code ID was 1980.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right. Let's try again. So probably it didn't work because we're not able.
There it is.
Exactly. You got it. So the result is actually the contract address of the address of the newly deployed contract. So let's take that address right here, and now what we can do is query the contract. So what is the state of our counter? So query message, and likewise, I'm going to ask ChefGPT what should be the query message. So what about the query message? And let's ask him about the execute message at the same time. Okay. So increment, that is the execute message, and get count, that is the query message. So let's go back here. Great. Okay, perfect. So we have 10. So the initial state of our contract was 10. We're able to query the contract. It's 10. Perfect.
Awesome.
And last step, let's try to actually query the contract. So I'm going to copy and paste the increment message, execute. So this time, because we are making changes to the contract, we need to sign a message to update the state of the contract. So let's wait, which will have the transaction hash right here. And if we query the contract once again, we should have 10 plus 1, 11. Perfect. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So the only thing that Cookbook didn't do in that flow, let's say, it's that UI. But I'm pretty sure that if we ask Cookbook how to start to develop such kind of UI, we're going to have a maybe not the full answer, but something that that is going to put us in the right direction.
Yeah, it'll definitely get you started for sure.
Should we ask?
Why not? I'm curious.
Can you explain how can I interact with that smart contract within a web-based project? That might not be the best formulation within a user interface, let's say. All right, so to interact with that smart contract within the user interface, you can use a web application. Wow. That connect to the Coreum blockchain. Perfect. So here is this step-by-step guide to help you to set up a basic interface using JavaScript and CosmWasm, which is the library that we use to interact, CosmJS, sorry, to interact with the chain from the UI. So, okay, makes sense. Install the dependencies. Perfect. Perfect. So that is some HTML. Then you have your, actually I can put it bigger. Then you have your JavaScript file. And then interestingly, it's running the server with Python. But I guess that is working. From Mnemonic, perfect. Perfect. So actually that is working. That is a working implementation and of how you could do it.
You can get the count, increment it.
Yeah. The only thing is that in the example I just showcased, we have the button to connect the wallet. Here you will have to put to R-code your mnemonic, but other than that, that is, from what I see, 100% working code. Yeah, pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It was a fun little experiment.
Yeah. So hopefully that was a quick one, but hopefully guys you enjoy the workshop, and you have a better idea of what can be done with the Cookbook AI plugin, that you also learn about what is the Cookbook team doing, and this resource, which is the documentation website. For those who don't know, it's docs.coreum.dev, and everything is here. Everything is at the same place if you're looking to start hacking on the chain. So yeah, maybe let me stop sharing my screen. Perfect. And yeah, Connor, so what is next for Cookbook?
I mean, right now we're just, we are kind of in the process of building V2 of this suite. So there will be, I see that question asked about, Niles asked, is it possible to add more contract templates for deploying to the playground? If someone wants to request a new type of template, how could they do that? That's definitely going to be a feature in version 2. We'll have an upload feature that you could put, a GitHub repository in there, and we'll take that and be able to make like a contract listing for you, and you'll be able to do that on your own through the front end. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a bunch coming. I'm not really sure how much I'm allowed to say, so that's definitely one that is a friendly one to share. But yeah, like we definitely have a lot coming for V2, and we're also adding some new components to the website as well. But yeah, I mean,
very cool.
Growing fast, happy about it. We just love that we're helping developers. I mean, I hear more and more stories throughout the week, every day, from people who are just, are hitting the ground running, and now in different ecosystems, not just the EVM, in Rust-based ecosystems like Coreum. I mean, your numbers are great. I mean, I look at your guys' bots numbers all the time, and people are using it, and it seems like it's effective for them. So that's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's really a game changer. And it seems simple, but it's really not. I mean, I didn't code it, right? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there is some heavy engineering behind it, and it's super useful. But yeah, Connor, you said that for those who don't know, you are also on the EVM ecosystem, right? This is where the Cookbook team started.
Yeah, absolutely. There's
Is that-
Anton.
I know that's Anton.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm actually here.
And serious shout out to Anton. He is like by far the best dev on our team. He's incredible. He's a hard worker. Especially the DocSpot where it is today is like Anton's a huge part of it. Of course, we're all a team, but it's truly one of his babies. So huge shout out to Anton.
Yeah, shout out to the whole team actually.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
of course Tyler as well, and Adam and Michael.
Yeah.
Cookbook's got a great team, but I saw Anton there, and I was like, oh, I got to shout out my boy.
Pretty cool. But yeah, so for those who don't know, if you want to learn more about Cookbook, I think you are on Remix as well. Pretty nice web-based idea as well. So go check.
Yeah, go check out that. A lot of people use that as well. It has Cookbook's whole library in it for right there in Remix. So you can just kind of click on it and bring it right into Remix, compile, deploy, just iterate real quick, hack away, and and find what you need.
Nice, very cool. And by the way, guys, if it's of interest, the tool that I just showcased to instantiate, query, and execute smart contract, we might make it production ready and release it for you to use it. So if it's of interest, just let us know, and we're going to make sure that we are making it available for everyone. Okay, so I mean, do we have some question to wrap it up? I don't think so. Let me look on X. Actually, I don't even know where to look for question other than the than the chat we have here.
Yeah, I think they would pop up. Right?
Yeah. And now, do we have any question? Okay.
Why do we fund wallet before it's?
That's a good question. Yeah. You want to take it, Connor?
Oh no, you go for it.
All right. So you have to activate your wallet, because in the first place, what is happening, you generate a wallet, right? So with a mnemonic, you derive an address, and that address haven't been seen by the network already. So if you try to perform any type of action, the network, so the blockchain, is going to tell you that this address is not being recognized by it. So what you need to do is you need to fund it, add some token in it, so the Coreum token, or the test core token for the testnet, to being able to pay the gas fee. And when that is done, your address is, let's say, recognized by the network, and you can start interacting with it. So that's why you need to fund your account in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the way you save your address to the blockchain and make it active. I mean, in the end, a blockchain is just a really complicated linked list.
I like it. Yeah. So exactly, just what you said. Way more simpler, and that's exactly that. But if your address is already funded, or if you used it before on the network, you don't need to do to use the faucet, right? Cookbook just put that little faucet button here to make it more convenient. Where could I download this background? Actually, I got it from what is the name of that YouTuber, MKBH, or what is that? No, he just released a new wallpaper application.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that was like blowing up on Twitter. There's like all sorts of memes about it, right?
I'm kidding. It's a free one. I'll
Oh,
send it.
okay.
That would have been funny. $17 for a wallpaper.
For wallpaper, yeah.
Okay, so let me take Niall's question real quick. So, does Cookbook help with the development using ISO 222 messaging standard? So for the ISO, the ISO clients that the foundation built, and it's actually available on the GitHub of the foundation. Everything is built in, right? So those company and those banks who are going to use that software are not going to need to do any type of development, and that is one of the strengths of the solution. That being said, if they want to learn more about how to fund their Coreum address, or how to what is the Coreum network, they're going to be able to ask Chef for sure. Oh yeah, that's Marquis Brownlee. Exactly, Anton. Yeah. You could deploy virtual background there. I mean, yeah, why not? I might do it. So, are we close to launch any int? Any int, like in terms of product? I think the next thing close to launch is a project that we call the Token Hub, which is also a user interface that enable you to interact with smart tokens. So that's going to be pretty interesting as well. And we're going to do a workshop about it to make sure that we showcase what it's doing, how it is doing it, and what are the strength of the product. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you so much, Connor, for joining. Adam as well. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you, Howland, for doing this, and that little tool that you built too. That was really cool.
Thank you.
I liked that a lot. It's definitely a nice little feature.
Thank you. And I did build it with Cookbook.
Nice.
A bit, yeah. I have some some tips.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Yeah. So thanks again, and let's catch up in the next one.
Awesome. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for having us here.
My pleasure.